if my mom did not love me, I would want to know. I would want my assessment of that to be accurate.
Yes.
Because I feel like I would make better decisions if I had an accurate assessment of what's actually going on in reality. How do you feel about that now?
My brain feels so lost now. But it has to be about me.
Your assessment.
Sexy man.
No wonder.
Yeah, I'm just getting set up.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about the delay.
No, it's alright. It looked like you were putting stuff away, so I was like, wait a minute.
I'm just clearing the space. So who wants to be interviewed?
Me.
You? All right.
I do too.
All right, we can do that too. We'll do that next.
Yes.
So I'll have you sit on that end of the bench,
Yes.
facing that way.
Okay.
So that we have the nice background in the background. Huh?
Awesome.
The vampire.
The camera's rolling. John Cena.
All right.
The Incredibles theme.
Yes.
What do you believe in, Damian?
Nothing.
How do you determine if something is real?
Yeah,
Got a new interview question.
it's just not exactly.
It's real if I decide.
You can ask me anything and I will talk about it.
All right.
He is perfect for this.
The
I am.
the tricky thing is that it needs to be something, or it makes it more interesting if we talk about something that is meaningful to you.
Yes.
The more meaningful the topic is, the more meaningful the conversation will be.
Art.
Art?
Art, skateboarding, designing. I make clothes.
Okay.
Hey, Noah.
Literally action sports, music, dancing, like literally anything.
Okay. What about art? Could we talk about a claim, a conclusion that you hold that you're convinced it matches reality?
Oh, that's tough. A conclusion. You have to say that one more time.
Try to think of a conclusion, a belief, an assessment that you're convinced matches the reality that we share, the world that we share.
Conclusion.
An observation that you made that you're convinced is like you've come up with an idea about it and you are convinced that that's the reality of it.
Another thing to think about maybe is if you found out it was not true tomorrow, your behavior would change.
Ah, okay.
Ooh, that's a really good way of putting it. I got one.
Yeah, and while we do our interview, you can think of something that maybe one of us can ask you about after we're done.
Yeah.
That work?
Yeah, I've got a really weird one.
Oh, okay. Save it.
No, I got it.
Cool.
That thing is so badass.
There are other ways that we can do this if you're
Just
having
my
trouble.
brain, yeah.
Yeah. Because there's some experiments that I've been wanting to kind of try out. Is it okay if I ask a really weird question?
I am open.
Okay. This is when it gets interesting. As far as like if the mic is picking up stuff that we may not want the mic to pick up.
Yeah.
But the question is, say we have a pie chart,
Yeah.
and this pie chart,
Hey, how much is it to get one now?
what percent of this pie chart would you prefer the assessments that you make about the world that we share, would you prefer be accurate?
Like 75. Like,
75?
yeah.
75%.
Yeah.
Okay. 75% of the assessments that you make about the world that we share, you would prefer be accurate
Yeah.
if you had it your way.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So does that mean, therefore, that you would prefer 25% of your assessments about the world that we share, you would prefer be inaccurate?
Yeah.
Okay, so you would prefer to be wrong
Yeah.
about a quarter of the time.
Yeah. Because I know I can't know everything.
This is about your preference, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah. I would prefer.
you would prefer to be wrong.
Yes.
Okay. Can you think of something, an assessment that you have
I'm 15
about our world that you would want to be incorrect about?
Girl has beard and tattoos. You know. 15 years old, buys a house is crazy.
I would say I would like to be wrong about like
Self-talk. I don't even
like love, like bonds that we share. Like, if you understand what I'm saying.
Not yet, but I'm
Like I would,
I'm on.
like I
trying
know,
to track.
like I know that I know a lot about it, but I would like to be wrong about like
I got one more session, but I
like about it.
I got still gotta get cheated.
Like, you want like an actual assessment, like a.
Yeah.
I would like to be wrong.
I sat there for 3 hours. It was the worst.
Could you give me a something that you could say so I could see where, like,
I can try to clarify this.
yeah,
There are some things about the world that we share you wish were different.
yes,
Okay. The assessment about the world, the assessment about the situation, you would want to be incorrect about
I actually fell asleep on every single tattoo that I got.
a quarter of the time.
You know how bad they said calf tattoos were?
can you give me like an idea, like something that you would say?
Yeah. I love my mom.
Yeah,
Okay. If she didn't love me, I would not want to know. I would want to be wrong about my assessment of her loving me.
ah,
Would that be an example that you would agree?
yeah. Like, I wouldn't want to know. Like, I would want to be like oblivious to that fact.
Your assessment of the situation, you would prefer to be inaccurate.
Yeah, because I would be differently.
You would what?
I would act differently.
act
towards-
differently?
Yeah.
If you found out you were wrong about the assessment you made about your
Yes.
mom loving you?
Bars.
Okay.
Or or I would say like I know that I'm a good skateboarder, but I know that I'm not the best. And if people were to tell me that I'm bad, I would be different.
This is hypothetical.
Yeah.
If you were the best skateboarder on the planet, would you want to know? Would you want your assessment of that to be accurate?
Yeah.
Okay, so that falls into the 75%.
Yeah.
Okay, can you think of something that falls into the 25%? And again, this isn't something, we're not talking about, yes, there are things about the world we wish were different. We're talking about your assessment of the situation. You would prefer that your assessment was incorrect.
This is so tough.
You doing okay? Like,
Yeah.
we can stop.
No.
Okay.
This is so tough. Now I want him to go first so I can see how it goes better. because now I have to see it. Like I have to see it happen for me to have a better understanding.
Do you understand the example that I gave?
I understand.
Okay, I'm going to throw a wrench into this.
Okay.
If my mom did not love me, I would want to know. I would want my assessment of that to be accurate,
Yes.
because I feel like I would make better decisions if I had an accurate assessment of what's actually going on in reality. How do you feel about that now?
My brain feels so lost now. But it has to be about me.
Your assessment.
Yeah.
And again, this is 25% of your conclusions, right?
Yeah.
A fourth of them.
He has to go first. I have to see it actually happen so I could have a better understanding. I feel like I'm lost.
Do you feel like you're lost because I'm not forming the question very well?
Yeah, it's like a visual learning thing. So it's like if I were to see it happen, then I'd have better knowledge to speak on it.
Okay.
Because my brain thinks about a lot of stuff, and if I get overstimulated in my head, then it's just like, what can I say now?
How about this? How about you form the question? You form the question you think I'm asking. In your own way.
Living in the same world, my assessments, I would like to be wrong 25% of the time, because I know that everything can't be correct.
But this would be your preference.
But yeah, but it would be preference.
I think we agreed that there are some things about the world we wish were different, and this is why I'm experimenting with this, because I need to figure out a better way to ask this question so that people can understand what I'm asking. And there's so many examples of people not understand. They think what I'm asking is, if you thought that you broke your leg skateboarding, would you want that to be different? Would you want to be wrong about that and it not be broken? Like that's a different question that I feel like I'm asking. What I'm asking in regards to that is, would you want your assessment of whether your leg is broken or not to be accurate?
Yeah.
Okay, so that would fall in the 75.
So then I would say that I would want 100%.
Why?
Because just because I've questioned so many things that I would say that everything is correct that I talk about, or that I do, or that I say, just because it's better living that way. Like I would prefer to say that all the information that I actually know, or all the knowledge, like my preference, I would like to say that I believe that everything is 100% accurate.
Why is it important for your assessment of the world be accurate?
Because it's stressful, very stressful to be inaccurate about anything. And if you're inaccurate about something, including me, because I have a lot of mental problems, if I'm inaccurate about anything, then I'll just shut down. Or I will overly think about that over and over and over. And it could be the smallest thing, but it doesn't help. And who doesn't want to just be happy all the time? Because being inaccurate or not thinking that something is right makes you unhappy. And the whole purpose of life is to be happy. So being 100% accurate
Is preferable
yes.
to you? Okay. Okay. Is there anything that you're not accurate about currently?
He waved at me. He's a cool guy.
Colors.
Colors?
Because I'm colorblind.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I see the world differently than everyone else.
Would you prefer to not be colorblind?
I would prefer not to be colorblind, yes.
Do you have any questions for me?
How is it interviewing and getting deeper into questions with people? Or finding a conclusion to the questions that you ask?
I think what I like about it is that I have an opportunity to understand and help the other person understand along with me, and have a better grasp on why it's important for our assessments of the world to be accurate. I think it affects our behavior, and my behavior affects you indirectly or directly, like with the way that I vote.
It's just natural. Like I'd say every action has a reaction, like without you even knowing. Like us walking past, that was a reaction to something we wouldn't know. We could have went a different way.
Yeah, that's
But it's,
be out for like an hour.
I'd say it's like almost planned for certain people to cross paths.
Like it starts out, I'm pretty sure.
Like it's already written. But then that is another assessment that would be controversial. But it's,
Do you want to be accurate about that?
I would love to be accurate about
Drink what you do.
things being already planned, already been written. Like I could have been, but then I think I could have been sleeping. I could have just
That's why you get a whole
been
bunch of
inside all day,
go in on the
couch
road,
potato.
Everybody brings.
But I decided to come out, which formed bonds, which made me happy. I got exercise, so it's like, I feel like it's just already written. Even me sitting here, I just feel like it's not my choice. And I would love to be accurate about that. But even though I'm in this moment, I still think of everything else that could happen.
Well, I'm glad you guys came this way, because it's
sir.
been awesome talking to you.
It's been amazing talking to you.
What's your name?
Damian.
Damian?
Yes. Damian.
Damian.
Yes.
Perfect. And is it okay if this goes on YouTube?
This is perfect.
Awesome. Cool. That was great. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right, so grab whoever's next, and Veronica will.
And to think that you were just going to write a question, and then that's what we were going to interview about, but it's already being... Yeah. Love it.
It's really coming down.
gotta wear a shirt for this?
No. I've had interviews with shirtless people. It was really awesome. Don't worry about it.
Sounds like a blast. I've had interviews with shirtless people.